Love. A few weeks ago, I tweeted out this super dumb tweet, but also probably the funniest tweet that I've ever said. And it was fan casting Kamen Rider, and it was Genzoro, Ben Platt from Dear Evan Hansen, because I think that's really funny. And then a lot of you got mad at me, but a lot of you joined in with your own fan casts for things, and I thought they were really good. So I was like, man, this would be a great stream to have. I'm gonna put myself in the shoes of a bigwig executive, and I am Jeff Toei, and I am the producer of Kamen Rider, and I'm going to cast a couple seasons of Kamen Rider as if they were big, like, US adaptions. When I started doing these, I was like, man, I'm gonna make them a little jokey, and then I started really getting into them and making them real, and putting a lot of thought into them. So I'm gonna show you my choices for a couple seasons of Kamen Rider. You guys can tell me yours as well. If you're on YouTube, leave your choices in the comment section, or if you like it, just tell me which season you want me to fan cast next. I have 4 seasons particularly that I fan casted for this one, and I think I did pretty good. I also tried to not fan cast anything that was already in that Twitter thread. So this is gonna be all new. First time you guys are hearing them from me. Oh, this is so stupid. And we're starting out with Kamen Rider Kabuto. Now I didn't fan cast, especially for these first couple ones, I didn't fan cast like everyone in the season. I just wanted to start with something to get like the creative juices flowing, you know what I mean? So Tendo has to be like the coolest man in the world. And I pose the question to you, who is cooler than Michael B. Jordan? Our main character. There's literally no one cooler than Michael B. Jordan. Chuck Norris says more cooler than Michael B. Jordan. No, he's not. We need a Kagami to match that. I thought, who in the world could play Kamen Rider Attack? Who has that just frail sense of this just helplessness that can grow into someone who becomes Kamen Rider Attack? Michael Cera, everyone. Introducing Kamen Rider Attack. You guys like it? Oh, there's more characters in Kabuto. You're right. Hiyori. Hiyori is a gigantic part of Kabuto. She stands around, makes all these weird faces. She talks sometimes. So I thought, who could fill that role perfectly in the US pool of actresses? And I decided to go with just one of the highest grossing actresses of all time, Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart can stand around and make faces and talk a little bit sometimes. Perfect Hiyori casting. I know. Thank you. Please, claps in chat. Michael B. Jordan next to Kristen Stewart and Michael Cera's gold. That's what I'm saying. See? You guys gotta let it sizzle first. Once you let it sizzle and the whole picture comes together, then you start to get it. Then you start to understand, like, oh, that's what he's going for. There are 2 other characters in Kabuto that I really like. First up is Sasord. Tsurugi, I think Sasord is super sick. He's got a sick story. And I thought, man, who can convey his story well? Be this, like, I don't know, savant? I'm thinking Diego Luna. Cassian Andor himself. One more. Let's do it. Kamen Rider Drake is just he's the dad of the series, I would say. Like, Gon, he has to protect her. He's a makeup artist on people. Kind of feminine, honestly. But I thought, man, who could like perfectly encapsulate that? He also has a story arc where he just gets gaslit the entire time. And I was like, man, who could play this off perfectly? And I need you to stay with me here. Ready? Because this is the final casting of Kabuto that I will give you. And it is Ty Burrell from Modern Family. Ty Burrell from Modern Family is the perfect Kamen Rider Drake. That is the cast of Kamen Rider Kabuto. Let's hear it, everybody. I think after Kristen Stewart, I was like, I'm cooking now. Here we go. While we're cooking, why don't we go to our next series that I like half fan casted, and that is Kamen Rider Saber, right? We got some Saber fans in the chat, maybe watching on YouTube. There's Saber fans out there somewhere. Before you ask, no, I didn't cast Ren. I should have, but I didn't, because I didn't think about it until now. The answer, Asa Butterfield. Asa Butterfield from Ender's Game. Let's keep passing out food in the kitchen. This is Rintaro. Rintaro, one of my favorite people in Saber. Who could play a good Rintaro? Riz Ahmed. Riz Ahmed. Now you might notice with Saber, I'm going very British with everything, or UK with everything, because I wanted it to be like very proper and very like knight-like. like Knights of the Round Table-ish. Who is playing Kamen Rider Espada and Caliber? I know you're asking, who has that range? Who could be the goodest good boy and the baddest bad boy? Who can pull off that pouty lip? The frontman of One Direction, Harry Styles himself. Did you see him in Don't Worry Darling? No, I did not, but I heard the backstage drama. Fantastic. No backstage drama here, cause to keep us in check is the dad of Kamen Rider Saber, Kamen Rider Buster himself, Idris Elba. There is no more just gravitas than Idris Elba. Best casting so far? That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Dai Shinji, Kamen Rider Slash himself, and I've already seen it in the chat a couple times. There was no other pick for Kamen Rider Slash than Matt Smith. He's eccentric, he's electric. He's not the guy from Morbius. Don't say he's the guy from... I specifically picked a picture that wasn't Morbius so that you guys wouldn't say he was in Morbius. And Sophia, technically, the mom of Kamen Rider Saber, should be kind of older than everybody else, should be more distinguished. She's technically an AI, but still, she becomes a rider. She becomes Caliber at the end. Rachel Weisz, Big J Rock got it. That's insane. Rachel Weisz is Sophia. Perfect. This is mainly because I was watching a YouTube video about the Mummy the other day, and I really like the Mummy. Next up is the brother and sister duo of Sabella and Durandal. Didn't have to think hard for this one. Who could be a brother and sister duo that could portray Sabella and Durandal right? That can do justice to these two fantastic characters, and I had to go with Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas. It's just the same energy. Yeah. She likes it. Let's move to a series more recent, more full. I casted it like everyone in this series. Kamen Rider Revice. Iki Igarashi is played by Joe Carey, Steve Harrington from Stranger Things. I think it would be a fantastic... So now, automatically, this puts me in a hole. I have to have the entire main cast be like white-ish, right? Because like they're all related. So let's keep going down the line. Daiji and also Kagero. I was like, man, who could be an emo boy and a goody two-shoes all in one? Be this amazing person and then put on black and be this terrible person. Tom Holland. Tom Holland, Spider-Man himself. He will have to do it in a few movies anyways. Why not do it in our movie? Sakura Igarashi. I feel like a place in my heart for this one because I really enjoy this actress. And I was like, man, I need a younger actress because she's obviously got to be younger than the other two actors. She is the youngest of the Igarashi clan. So I was looking at young actresses and I was like, man, there's one that really sticks out to me that I really love. Kiernan Shipka, Sabrina herself, also the little girl from Mad Men. She is great. Sakura Igarashi. Mind you, in these US movies, we'll probably like change the names for everyone just so it's not like cultural appropriation with everything. For purposes of this stream, we will call them by their name, by the rider names. And this leads us into the Deadmans. I've got really specific with them. There is another girl who I think is a fantastic actress and deserves a shot on the big screen, and I can't think of any better role than Aguilera / Hana for her, and that is Lana Condor from All the Girls I Loved Before. Let's go! Also, Jubilee from X-Men, from All the Boys I've Loved Before. And I would like to turn Revice into All the Girls I've Loved Before. And then it was one, and it's just one girl. It's Sakura. It's Sakura and Hana forever, and they're lesbians, and you guys have to deal with it, okay? This is my movie, not yours. Olteka, bad guy throughout most of Revice. In fact, throughout this movie, at least the first one, because I'm thinking trilogy. I'm thinking Kamen Rider CU, Connected Universe. At least the first one, Olteka probably could be the like bad guy. The main number one, the final battle. Man, I really feel like Anthony Ramos would kill it as Olteka. And maybe we do a musical number at the end. Maybe we don't. It's okay if we don't. But if we do, I just want Anthony Ramos there just in case, so we can just. Which leads us to our last dead man's Julio. And when I really started to think about Julio, down to like the essence of his character, I was like, man, Julio is really kind of comedic relief, but he's also has like this gigantic heart. Josh Peck. The answer is Josh Peck from Drake and Josh from TikTok. I feel like I'm at Comic-Con just announcing people and they're walking out on stage and you guys are like applauding, giving all the claps. But I feel like this one's a big question. Everyone wants to know who George is gonna be. George is your fantasy. You look in the mirror and you're like, man, I'm a George. I have every CSM, every Figuarts, and a 6-pack. The truth is none of us have that. But one man can. Jordan Fisher has the style, the swagger, the everything. Watch The Flash, he does play Impulse. He's also in High School Musical, the musical, the series. Galaxy Brain even, that's what I'm talking about. See, this is good casting. You guys, I think you guys like underestimated me. I think you should trust me more than you already do. Kamen Rider Demons, and you think you were being fed before, please understand that these last couple ones are the best ones. Hiromi, Kamen Rider Demons will be played by none other than Shang-Chi himself. 10 Rings? Nah, Demons Driver. Boom, go home to Gaga, come back, put on the Demon's Driver again, sacrifice your life, lay down your life. Genta Igarashi. I had to go with someone who was uniquely older than everyone else, but also who had just this like comedy side that like hits every single time, who would embarrass you, who would be your dad, specifically who could do the scene where he shows up, he has the Veil Driver and does that henshin, and all of a sudden he's like ridiculously a badass and evil. And I came up with Steve Carell. Steve Carell would blow this role out of the water. If anyone's seen like The Big Short, Crazy Stupid Love is an insane actor. Adam Sandler was on the short list, I'm gonna be honest. I was looking through like comedic actors. This is gonna sound stupid. I really like Ted Danson. And I was like, a little too on the old side. Whereas I think Steve Carell could still like be physical, if that makes sense. Probably not. He'll probably break his knees, but I really like that one. Mama Igarashi as well has to be Mary Steenburgen in everything she's in. She is so warm. And I think that's what Mama Igarashi really needs. Vice. I see you all saying Chris Pratt. I thought about it a lot. Trust me. Vice, I needed someone who could be loud, who could be like out there, and I had a bunch of different ideas, but ultimately I thought about how Vice takes a lot of inspiration from like hip hop culture and everything, and it wouldn't feel right to make him Jack Black or Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen specifically was done in the Twitter thread that we did. Donald Glover. I think Donald Glover would kill it. He'd be loud and obnoxious, but he'd also hit those serious moments when he needs to. Our final casting for Revice, before we go into one more, is Love Cove. Love Cove, obviously, literally just says Love Cove until like later for some reason. A lot of people, this was a hot debate on Twitter of who should be Love Cove, and I think there is only one person who can deliver that line with the passion that we need for this project. Ladies and gentlemen, rounding out the Revice cast, your Love Cove. This is not a joke. I am 100% serious. Aubrey Plaza. Love. This is just a one-off. I wanted to cast this person as Vice, and then I literally couldn't because I was like, they're Momotaros. They have to be Momotaros. There is literally no other Momotaros. And it's Terry Crews. It's Terry Crews, obviously. He's got the comedic chops. He's got the muscle. He's got the like, come kick my ass, try it. I love running Toei's American Studios. This is great. And then the last one, I only casted a few of these, but so many people were like throwing Tom Holland in as Aruto. And I had to like stop and think because I really wanted Tom Holland as Daiji. And I was like, well, now I have to think of an Aruto because people were like, it's Tom Holland. It's obviously Tom Holland. It's Tom Holland. And I agree that Tom Holland would be a good Aruto, but I think there is one better. Someone that has already played a billionaire tech company owner. And that is Andrew Garfield. Fantastic. He looks like he's running for president here for some reason with the American flag behind him. But I think Andrew Garfield would be an amazing Aruto. If you haven't watched Tick Tick Boom, go watch it. That's probably his one of his best works. Fua, who could be headstrong, and who do I really like? And I really just throw it in this here because I love him. He's one of my favorite actors. Dev Patel. Dev Patel is my Fua. I think it would be so badass. I love that you guys keep going like, Hawk's not cooking, and then you're like, holy shit, Hawk's cooking. This is galaxy brain shit. He's got the pan going. Woo, 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 woo. Yaiba, Paint and List, I didn't even think about. Paint and List is a great idea. I honestly was like super staying away from Cobra Kai ones. If this goes well, we'll do it for the next one. Man, this person is already kind of carrying a franchise. Let's let her carry a franchise again, because Yaiba, best character in 01, and that is Letitia, right? I needed someone who could keep Yaiba under his finger until Yaiba punched him. Who could possibly carry everything that it takes to be Guy Amatsu? I thought of Jesse Eisenberg for Thouser, but then I thought that would be too memey. Aruto is Andrew Garfield and Thouser is Jesse Eisenberg, so I decided to go a different way with it. I decided to get someone who could really help this cast along and just chew up every piece of scenery he is in. And I thought Will Smith. I would like to see him act a completely opposite way and just be a piece of shit the whole time. Keep my human gear's name out your fucking mouth. This is the last one I got for you. Like I said, if you want to see this again, let me know, leave it in the YouTube comments, whatever. Izu, I was like, man, Izu needs to like be robotic. It's so dumb. Guys, can I tell you what Izu came down to? Because Izu was really hard. The person playing Izu all came down to having chubby cheeks. Being a good actress and having chubby baby cheeks. Please welcome to the stage, Florence Pugh. I feel so powerful right now. I feel like I'm cooking. Will there be a part 2 of Kamen Rider US adaptation? If you guys want it enough, if the YouTube video gets enough views, then yeah, probably.